Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tyler Tarver with TarverAcademy.com. I am trying to help you become a Google certified educator or just give you some information, some things you can learn to be even better utilizing one of the most amazing products in the world. So, today we're talking about an overview of Google Apps for Education. All right, so this is going to be a crash course. If you're like, oh, Tyler, you're moving too fast. Well, one, you can rewind the video, but two, you can actually go to this document right here and you can click on what these things are and learn all these more specifically. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview. I'm going to move kind of fast just to get this all in, and we're going to get going. So if you want to go here and get all this, go to tarveracademy.com. It's my website, and then you can just go to Google, click on that, and it'll take you to where it's listed out in here, or you can click this and you can take this Google Doc right here, and you can go out and you can have all these skills. Okay, let's get started. We're about to roll through the list. Okay, Google Drive. So Google Drive is essentially your online storage for everything you do in Google. This is where you're going to create, files, folders, doc sheets, slides, forms, all this other stuff. That's where you create it, okay? And it's attached to your Gmail account. It is like a flash drive, or a hard drive is where you store stuff. Google Drive is where you store stuff as well. It's also where you create it, but it's also stored there. So it's a cloud-based, so you can get on your phone, your computer, or wherever. So that's Google Drive. Google Documents, commonly referred to as Google Docs. That is their version of like what you would see as like a Microsoft Word or Notes. If you're not Notes, Pages, if you're on a Mac. And so you go in here, you can create a new doc, and you're making docs on docs with a doctorate degree. Doctor. That was unnecessary. Okay, that's Google Doc. They're great for creating text documents, and then you can also export them as PDFs or Word files. Okay. So now we're talking about Google Sheets. Google Sheets would be similar to Numbers if you're using a Mac, or Excel if you're using Microsoft. But if you're in Google Drive, you can create new, am I not connected to the internet? There I am, Google Sheets, and it's a spreadsheet. You can go in, you can do numbers, you can do equations, you can get lists. If you create a Google form, which I'm going to talk about next, their results would pop into this as well. So you can type things in here, and this is random and unnecessary. That's a Google Sheet. Okay, now let's talk Google Forms. So a Google Form is essentially like a Google Forms are what you create. It's like a survey. You can just get information from people. You can actually do tests on it because Google Forms are way more than. I'm just going to create one new Google Form. And so a Google Form is in here. You can ask questions. You can do multiple choice, short answer, paragraph, check boxes, drop downs. You can just do a plethora of options here. And then you can actually make it auto grade for you based on the answers. So it's a great tool. And this super underused tool, Google Forms, is incredible. And it's one of the best features for teachers and anybody else. So that's Google Forms. Now we're in Google Slides. Google Slides, that is Google's presentation tool. So you can create slides, presentations for groups. You can collaborate with other people, pick different themes. It's similar to like a PowerPoint or a Prezi or a Keynote. And you can go in here and add titles, add pages, and do all that. So Google Slides, it's a great tool, All right, next we're talking about Google Classroom. Ooh, this is good. This is Google's learning management system. They attach it to all of their other products, and so it works amazing with YouTube, Docs, Forms, Sheets, Slides, all that stuff integrated into here. It's great. You can create classes. You can create them among just your class, like first period, second period. They can all have a class. You can create one for all of the people that are at your school that work with you. You can also create a Google Classroom that, with not using your organization's account, you would just have to create it with a Gmail account. So I could say first period and then create. And I'm creating a classroom that I can add students to, add co-teachers, put assignments in, put announcements in, all that. And that is Classroom. Great tool. Okay, next is Gmail. This is our email. This is what it's, write emails, send emails, electronic mail. You've done this, you've had a Hotmail, you've had an AOL email address. We've all had them, but that's what this is. And that's this account right here. This is what everything's attached to. So you kind of got to create the Gmail first. So once you have that email, then you can do everything else that we've talked about. So let's go back. Now we're talking about contacts. This is within email. So when you have a contact, like if I try to type mine, it's going to bring up different people that I've emailed with or been in chats with or anything. And then I can email them. That way I have to remember everyone's email address. And those contacts will be helpful across all of the platforms. Google Groups. That's groups.google.com. And that is where you can create a group to have an email and email out to bulk groups of parents or students. And so you can create those groups. Groups is changing because Classroom does a lot of this stuff, but they're still here and right now, and so that's Google Groups. You can also make like forums or Q&A locations for people to go discuss things, so it's helpful for that as well. But also, like I say, I created one for my first period class. Now I can start typing first, it brings it up, this would email to everyone in that class. That's what Google Groups for. Text Hangouts. This is Google's version of like chatting. So like thinking of like Facebook Messenger or AOL Instant Messenger, that's where this is. So it's on the left side of your email. You start a new one. I can chat with Amanda and I can just say, hey, what's up? Invite pending. She hasn't accepted my invite. It hurts my feelings, but it's fine. There we go. So there you go. See, it's a chat right there. There you go. That's Google Text Hangouts. And then Video Hangouts. That is like Google's version of like a Skype or something where you're doing a video conference. So it's like hangouts.google.com. I can go in here and I can make a video call to anybody I want. So talk on them, and the cool thing is you can add in like a bunch of people and it just will make whoever's talking the larger screen, everybody else is small down here. Great for meetings if everybody can't be there in person. 2019, it's incredible. Google Calendar, that is where you can plan out through your calendar, attach events, things you have going, plan out your month. This is not I usually have more going on than this. This is not my normal account that I use on a daily basis, but it definitely has holidays and the Golden State Warriors. So plan that out in your calendar. You can also say invites and invite other people to events. Google Tasks. This is within your email and inside of your docs, or like if you're doing this presentation, see it over here, tasks. It's like a checklist. So I can say pick up stuff, do something, move on. Okay, and then I can checklist stuff, checklist, it's great for that. You can also do Google Keep, which is also located over there. You can do that, and then you can do lists for lists and notes. It's great if you're outlining before you toss it in the actual doc. You can also go to keep.google.com and you can add in new notes. Take a note. Hey man, done. That's my note. See, I can do a bunch of notes and have them all through here. Got it. Thank you. Okay. Next, we're talking about Google Sites. Google Sites, from this, you can create a very good looking website. Okay, this is the old version. We're going to go to new Google Sites. Man, you can make these websites. They look incredible. I made this when I was doing the tutorials. But I mean, this is like, I wasn't really trying, so please don't judge me. But you can make free websites. You can have blogs. You can do stuff. It can be private. It can be public. It's great for having students start building their digital portfolio through a Google site. Google Chrome, that is your browser. So like this right here that I'm in, that I'm creating all these tabs in, that is my browser. That is Google Chrome. This up here is the search place where I can type in the website. It's just how you get around the internet. Navigator, Safari, Netscape, remember that? Firefox, those are different browsers. Google Chrome is their browser. You can sign into Google Chrome the first time, and you can type in your email address and then it'll remember it. So if I can have a home computer and a work computer and they're all signed into that email address, it'll remember passwords. Oh, I hate remembering passwords. I just remember the one password now for my Gmail. Sign into my Chrome. It remembers my passwords for me if I want. Google Play for education. That is essentially a store where you can buy free or for purchase different apps for devices, Google devices. So I can go in and get different apps and attach them to my device. Okay. Then we've got Google Search. That is Google's bread and butter. It's google.com. And that's where you can go in and you can search for anything on the internet. Tyler Tarver, that's me. I'm talking too fast, but I can search and find things across the internet. YouTube, the greatest educational tool besides other people of our lifetime. YouTube.com. You can watch videos on here. You can search, you can play, you can do so much stuff. That's an ad. It's not my video, but beneath it is my video. So there you go. YouTube. Google Help. This is like Google's support. So if you're having trouble with something, this is where you can go to type in what you're having trouble with, and they can hopefully find it and walk you through it. Google Help. Help.google.com. Also support.google.com. You pick the device, or the not device, but the app, and search through things that you're struggling with, or search for something that messed up, and they'll find it. Last one, digital citizenship. That is just how to be a good person on the internet. That's how you can be responsible with what's on the internet, and help to cultivate your profile and interact with other people well on the internet. So hopefully that made sense. Just Google it. It shows you definitions. So that's it. Those are the key overview of Google Apps for Education that can help you know what you're getting into. And again, I know I move fast, but if you want, you can go find slower and or more detailed information on all these at tarveracademy.com, and then just go to Google. Boom, they're all in here. I've got everything. If I don't, you can send me and I'll try to make it. Thank you guys so much. I hope this helped. If you could, please subscribe to this YouTube channel that you're on right now. It's a great way to test out one of your skills. Y'all have a great day. Keep learning out there and keep training so you can be the hero in your classroom.
Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for watching my training video. If that helped at all, please subscribe to this channel. It's free, costs nothing. Just click the little red subscribe button unless they change the color. Hey, also, if you want me to come to your school and help train your teachers or your administrators or your students and help make your life easier with Google, just let me know. I've got links in the bio on how to get a hold of me. DM me at Tyler Tarver on Instagram or Twitter. You can go hit my email, tylertarver@gmail.com, or you can just yell really loud. Maybe I'm close. Oh, I thought I heard somebody. You want me to come train you on Google? No? Okay. It'll be fun. We'll learn a lot. And I'll give you a bunch of resources. So thank you guys. Hey, did you subscribe? We talked about it earlier. No pressure. But if you want to, I'll be here. Just gonna wait right here. Look at this lighting. Oh, wow.